Man, it's becoming expensive to be alive. I feel like it was just yesterday when a gallon of gas was under $2 and my light bill was $100 in the middle of summer. Now, since we've come out of the pandemic, it feels like there's literally holes in our pockets. My son's daycare just increased their prices while simultaneously decreased the hours that they're actually gonna watch them.
Where they do that at?
So with all the increases in Dallas, the real estate has also become much more expensive, and that is typically the biggest bill we have to pay. So on today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the areas that are still relatively affordable, and should you be looking to make a move down here to DFW yourself, I want to guide you into the correct situation. All right, so let's start with Forney, Texas. Now, Forney is definitely an area that is exploding, but for the moment, it's still very affordable. Forney currently has a population of almost 36,000 people, but the kicker is it's growing at a rate of about 16% per year, and the population has increased by almost 50% since 2020. So Forney used to be nothing but, a big cow pasture, very country style living, and now developers are coming and really built this place up. I mean, it seems like every single day a new food spot is opening up. Now, the median home price in Forney is going to be around $350,000. And what's really interesting about this city is you get so much bang for your buck. No, seriously, 350 grand goes a long way in Forney. And if you can stretch your budget to say 450, there's some really nice homes over in that area. Forney has so many new construction homes popping up all over the place, and the communities are extra large. So again, guys, if you're looking for something that is going to have more bang for your buck and those fresh brand new amenities you're looking for, Forney is definitely a great place for you. So Forney has about 11 elementary schools. They have 4 middle schools and 3 high schools. And there's also some private schools as well. And according to niche.com, Forney ISD received a B+ in terms of overall quality. Now, as far as transportation, you'll have to access Highway 80 or I-20. Highway 80 can best be described as a traffic jam during rush hour. It's only like a 2-lane highway that they're in the process of expanding, but all the road construction, it gets really congested at times. But outside of rush hour, it'll take you about 20 minutes to get to downtown Dallas. It's gonna take you about an hour to get to DFW International, and it's gonna be about, I'll say 30 or 40 minutes to get to Dallas Love Field in downtown Dallas. So if you wanna check out a Cowboys game, that's gonna be over in Arlington. That's probably gonna take you about an hour from Forney. Another really good thing about Forney is you'll have access to Lake Ray Hubbard, which is probably about 20 minutes away. So if you're looking to cast off, maybe you wanna get on your boat, that's definitely a good spot to go and try out. Like I said, real estate wise, guys, I really believe Forney will give you the best deals out here in the Metroplex because of that medium price point we talked about earlier of $350. You can get a brand new house, and then most of the time, a lot of the other areas when you're in that price range, they're probably gonna be older homes. They're probably gonna need some renovations. They're gonna need some TLC, but here in Forney, you can get a brand new home with the brand new kitchens, countertops, stainless steel appliances, all of the modern paint colors, and all of this will be under warranty as well. Not to mention, with the builders right now, they're giving away some crazy incentives to entice people to come in and buy their homes. The last client I had over here in Forney, the builder gave them $40,000 to go towards buying down their interest rates, buying down the price on the home, and then doing some upgrades as well. So there's definitely a lot of value buying in this area. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Mark with the Property Brothers, and I'm here to help you relocate to the DFW. My team and I get emails, calls, and texts every single day. So if you need our help moving down to Dallas, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our information is down in the description below. Listen, that's what we're here for. So if you don't reach out, we can't help you. So next we have Mesquite. Now, Mesquite is pretty much the next town over west of Forney. It's probably 10 to 15 minutes closer to downtown because you have all the access to the highways living in Mesquite. You're gonna have access to 635, I-30, I-20, and also Highway 80. But during rush hour, Mesquite it's full of traffic. It's probably one of the worst cities around the Metroplex for traffic, mainly because all of the highways I just mentioned, they converge right there in Mesquite. So you have a lot of local travel, but there's a lot of interstate travel as well. Now, they are in the middle of expanding 635. They have that expansion plan going on that's been going on for some years, but that's still causing a lot of congestion issues. And I believe they'll probably be finished with that sometime in 2025, maybe early 26. Listen, I've been in traffic over there on that side of town, and I can tell you once they finally finish that expansion plan, it's actually gonna really make a big difference. I've kind of seen the infrastructure that they put in there, all the side roads, all the expansion of the actual highway itself. It's going to make a big difference and things are going to run a lot smoother. Now, the population in Mesquite is about 150,000 people, so it's a pretty nice sized city. You know, there's going to be plenty of stores. You'll have your Krogers, Walmarts, there'll be some shopping centers, you'll have some specialty stores, etc. But Mesquite has a lot of older homes, right? They're going to be smaller in size. They're going to probably need some TLC. And if you decide to buy one, like I said, you're going to have to be on the lookout for these sort of things. You know, there's some new construction going on the south side of I-20, but down in that area, there isn't a ton of shops and grocery stores, restaurants. It's kind of like a no man's land with just access to the highways. Now, as far as affordability goes, the average price point in Mesquite is hanging around, it's about $300,000, which should be in budget for most of today's home buyers. Again, will it necessarily be the modern fixtures, quartz countertops, and the beautiful new construction? Probably not, but with the affordability where it's at right now, you may have to adjust your expectations a bit or head a bit farther out, like places like Forney or just a couple other on the list we're going to talk about as well. But there is some revitalization happening over in Mesquite by the Town East Mall. You know, we did a video of some townhomes being built over there right next to Mesquite High School in that rodeo area. So there's a couple of new communities on the rise with new construction homes that's going to have all the beautiful finishes that you may be looking for. But you know, those are going to be closer probably to the 400,000 range, so just keep that in mind.
Hey, if you made it this far and you know you feel like you've gotten any value, would it be a crazy idea if you go ahead and like the video? You know, it helps tell the algorithm more people need to see this content. And, you know, it really helped me on my mission to bring the best content about living here in Dallas. Also, if you're wanting any info about some of the best properties in the Metroplex on or off the market, then we just launched our new mobile app. I'll link it down in the description below. But now let's get back to the video.
All right, so next we have Garland. Now, Garland has a population of around 240,000, and in actuality, Garland was one of the original suburbs of Dallas. And, you know, even with its close proximity to Dallas, it's still one of the most affordable cities around the DFW. So the average age of a home in Garland is going to be about 39 years old. So that should give you a little bit of an indication of what to expect real estate wise and why the average price is so affordable. You're going to be dealing with some outdated and smaller real estate than, you know, you would see in other places. It's going to need some TLC, going to need some renovations, and it's probably might even have to be brought up to code for some of the newer city codes that we have these days. And if it doesn't need renovation, somebody probably already put the work in there and renovated themselves to kind of get it up to today's standards. Now, if you're looking for a more newer option in Garland, then the best bet would be to travel towards the north side, closer to George Bush Turnpike, right? And that's going to be that toll road 161. But as it stands, Garland is very well established, so there won't be a ton of opportunity for new construction. So the ones you do find will be limited. You can almost guarantee that they're going to be above that affordable price range. What you're going to find here are plenty of resales and plenty of homes that have been rehabbed. And the average price point in Garland is roughly about $363,000. So next up, we have Euless. Now, Euless is the lost city. I feel like the only time I find myself in Euless is when I'm passing through to Fort Worth or on my way to the airport. And quite frankly, I've never met anyone who said they actually live in Euless. And if you blink your eye, you probably miss it because that's just the fact of life in Euless, right? I'd say on a regular basis, people just combine Euless with Bedford and Hurst. One of the great things about Euless is it's super close to DFW Airport. I believe part of the airport is actually even located in Euless, so that's definitely a plus if you travel a lot. It's located in Tarrant County. It's right above Arlington, so you'll have quick access to the Cowboy and Rangers games, and you can usually skip most of the traffic by taking South Industrial Boulevard. That'll get you straight to AT&T Stadium. So Euless has a few local grocery stores and shops, but it's not really a hub for all of those type of things. You'll have a Kroger and a Walmart, probably a Home Depot or something like that, maybe a couple restaurant chains, but it's not a lot going on. So the population in Euless is about 56,000 people. You're gonna have your major highways that run through there, like 183, which gives you access to Dallas and Fort Worth. You'll have 360 that'll give you north and south through Arlington all the way down to Mansfield. And then 121 that'll get you over there to the North Dallas suburbs that aren't as affordable. Now, the downside to these cities being so centrally located is having all of these major highways that are running through a lot, you know, people just passing through, meaning you're going to have a lot of people traveling, going to and from work. They're going back and forth to school. So during rush hour, you may need to pop in your favorite audiobook and listen to a good podcast and turn your car into, you know, a mobile university. At least that's what I do. Now, if you're the type of person that's looking for some outdoor recreation, that's not in the immediate area. You'll have to hop over to South Lake or go on down to the trails at the Viridian in Arlington. Arlington. Now, from the average sales price perspective, Euless comes in at about $414,000. So again, it's still relatively affordable in this area if you're looking for some relief for your budget. So this next city is one I really like, and I'm seeing a lot of growth there, and it's really hiding in plain sight. Grand Prairie is probably one of the most undervalued cities around the Metroplex. If you want to check out this map tour, we just did a video on Grand Prairie, and that'll give you a nice little idea about that area. Now, Grand Prairie has a population of about 200,000 people, and it's located right between Dallas, Arlington, and Fort Worth. You get easy access to multiple highways. You get 360, 161, I-20, I-30. You also get access to Loop 12, and especially around that 161 in between I-30 and I-20, you know, you're starting to see a lot of developments going on. They just built a brand new IKEA store over in that area. I believe the last 3 years, they built at least 1,300 apartment units, you know, luxury high-rise units. There's a single family rental home community and new Walmart. You also have Epic Central over there, and that's the area where they have the indoor water park. Me and my wife took our kids there once upon a time, and it was hella fun. They also opened up tons of commercial shopping, and the area plans to expand everything they've already done, right? I mean, you're steps away from Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor, everything you can want over in the entertainment district over there in Arlington. That's where the Cowboys play, the Rangers play, and there's all type of concerts happening all the time, and it's literally like 15 minutes away. Now, in terms of the age, you have a lot more older homes in Grand Prairie, you know, similar to Garland, but it's just not as old, right? So Grand Prairie could definitely be a good option for you if you work in downtown Dallas or even downtown Fort Worth. Arlington also has a few corporate headquarters, which is stationed there in the heart of Arlington, and that would make things such an easy commute for you. So if you're looking at a spot that you haven't necessarily checked out before, Grand Prairie could be a nice landing spot for you. All right, so lastly on our list of the most affordable cities around the Metroplex, we're gonna end up with Wylie, Texas. Now, Wylie is located on the northeast side of the Metroplex. It's right between Lake Lavon and Lake Ray Hubbard, which are two of the major lakes here in Dallas. The two major highways that are running through Wylie is going to be Highway 78 and George Bush Highway. Now, Wylie has a population of about 59,000 people, and Wylie is also one of those areas that's really been increasing in size every single year. It's really a great community with nice parks and family areas. The school district is phenomenal. So with all of those pluses, you can definitely understand why the prices are starting to creep up above 500,000. The prices rose fairly quickly in 2022 and leveled off towards the beginning of 23, and they ended up right now around $485,000 at the time of this video. So it's definitely a place that's rapidly growing, along with Sash, along with Murphy and Lucas up in that area. So this one may only stay on the list for a small bit of time. You know, this video might not necessarily age well if you're watching this, you know, a few years from now. So with all that said, guys, you cannot go wrong with affordability if you're looking for any of these areas and these places. There's tons of opportunity if you're looking to maybe move to one of these areas, and I'd love to help you in any way that I can. You know, I sell real estate here in DFW. I help families from all over the nation. I help them buy, sell, and build new construction homes as well. So whatever it is that you need, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of our info is in the description below.